5 habits that raise estrogen in men. Often when people hear the term estrogen, they naturally think of women, right? I mean, I don't believe guys are likely to have high estrogen levels. Well, it turns out hormone imbalances don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you're a male, you certainly know how crucial testosterone levels are. So learning that testosterone levels are rapidly declining may be a bit alarming. According to research from the Massachusetts Institute, testosterone levels in American males are declining at a rate of around 1.2% each year. This study's results are in conformity with other long-term trends, such as a drop in total sperm production. Testosterone and estrogen are intended to be in a healthy, balanced relationship. But as estrogen levels increase, testosterone levels tend to fall, and vice versa. Lower testosterone and greater estrogen levels may cause muscle loss, increased body weight, baldness, unhappiness, and erectile problems. We already understand the significance of the sex hormone testosterone. However, keep in mind that things may not always be flawless. In essence, some things, mostly your lifestyle and habits, might impact your hormone levels. Yes, as most of us well know, such variations in hormone levels may lead to various problems. Of course, you don't want man boobs or erectile problems when you can do something about it right now. If you want to safely enhance your testosterone levels, just keep watching. The great news is that these 5 habits I'm going to discuss today are all under your control, meaning you may start changing them right now by making a choice to do so. I hope this video motivates you to action, since there are some extremely powerful natural methods I will share with you to help you regulate your hormones. These are the 5 habits that raise estrogen levels in men. Habit number 1. Too much alcohol consumption. Alcohol use is a horrible habit that so many people don't want to hear about. Now, I'm not suggesting you should never drink again, but simply keep your alcohol levels in check. A celebratory glass or two won't do much damage to your hormones, but frequent binge drinking or everyday alcohol intake might have serious consequences. In a 4-week trial, normal healthy guys were given an equal 4 to 5 shots of alcohol on a regular basis. The alcohol group experienced a substantial decline in testosterone levels after just 5 days, then continued to decline throughout the 4 weeks. Drinking lots of alcohol may also hold back your fat metabolism, causing you to store extra fat. The liver is important for turning food into energy and nutrients for your cells, and digesting alcohol and toxins in your body. While you may have burned a lot of fat before drinking, your body will break down alcohol rather than fat afterwards. Your liver is unable to properly function while it is busy taking down the alcohol. One of the liver's main jobs is to aid in the production of testosterone. Drinking also messes with your liver's capacity to eliminate excessive estrogen, since the liver is once again preoccupied with metabolizing the alcohol. On top of that, most beverages include additional calories in the form of sugar. To make things worse, after a lot of drinking, your will and self-control go out the window, which often leads to unhealthy eating. A lot of junk food is likely to be deposited as fat, boosting estrogen and reducing testosterone. Habit number 2. Constantly stressing out. Stressing out is a nasty habit, and stopping it is easier said than done. You must reduce your stress levels because your body produces more cortisol when you're persistently stressed, and studies have shown that cortisol and testosterone have an inverse connection. Meaning, as cortisol level rises, testosterone falls. It may be challenging to restructure your life to obtain adequate exercise and sleep. It'll most likely be tough to minimize stress, but doing so should be a top priority in your life. Though it may seem to take time away from you in the short term, it will only add time to you in the long run, if you get what I'm saying. You can already reduce stress by eating nutritious foods, getting adequate sleep, and exercising frequently. However, you may lower it even more by meditating for 10 to 15 minutes, taking saunas, taking yoga courses, or having massages. Habit number 3. Sleep deprivation. Not getting enough sleep is a particularly awful habit I'd like to discuss. I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard how vital it is to obtain adequate, good sleep for your well-being. Sleep is more essential than anything else when it comes to estrogen and testosterone levels. It doesn't take much time for a hormonal imbalance to develop as a result of a lack of sleep. When you don't get enough sleep for a week, your testosterone levels drop dramatically. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute financed a research in which healthy men were given just 5 hours of sleep a night. Their testosterone levels decreased by 12% in only 1 week. While a drop of 12% over the years isn't significant, it is significant in just 1 week of sleep deprivation, particularly when you consider the other bad hormonal impacts of not getting enough sleep. For instance, lack of sleep raises ghrelin levels and lowers leptin levels, leading to increased food desires. In fact, research shows that even 1 night of sleep deprivation may raise ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. An increase in hunger like this may easily lead you to accumulating more weight and body fat, both of which are terrible for your estrogen levels. Now, in addition to eating more, your body will likely retain the food you ate as fat due to insulin resistance. Without adequate sleep, your body increases fat accumulation due to a considerable drop in insulin sensitivity. Those who only received 4.5 hours of sleep made 3 times as much insulin as those who had 8.5 hours of sleep. Bear in mind that these were the effects after just 4 days of sleep deprivation. Many individuals continue week after week without sleeping for much longer than 4 days, averaging 4 to 5 hours of sleep each day over the week. The idea is to make it a point to obtain 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. While adding a few additional hours of sleep to your schedule may be difficult, it will have a significant beneficial impact on your hormones. Habit number 4, unhealthy eating habits. Let's talk about terrible eating habits that elevate estrogen levels. The majority of specialists will recommend a high-fat diet as a treatment for low testosterone levels. They have a valid argument for that if you don't include some healthy fats in your diet already. For example, one research had individuals decrease their daily fat consumption in half while keeping their daily calorie consumption about the same. After 6 weeks of eating like this, their testosterone levels dropped. This kind of information causes many individuals to believe that increasing fat levels would increase testosterone production, which isn't always the case. There's no doubt that a low-fat diet might throw your hormonal balance off, but if you're getting enough monounsaturated fats, omega-3s, and saturated fats, adding more dietary fat doesn't actually help enhance testosterone. Most individuals are unaware that low-carb diets may also lower testosterone levels. Diets that are very low in fat and carbs aren't good for your hormones over lengthy periods of time. So after losing body fat with one of these strategies, you should consider shifting to a long-term eating plan that includes all 3 macronutrients. You may include a diet that begins with a balanced intake of all 3 macronutrients and follows for the long term to achieve optimum hormone levels. Or you can simply burn fat and lose weight by following a diet that begins with a balanced intake of all 3 macronutrients. Just remember that any type of calorie restriction can lower testosterone levels until you increase your calories back to maintenance, which is why diet breaks are so important. And the goal of any diet program should be to eventually return to maintenance, regardless of which diet plan you choose. To lose some weight in order to have long-term success, I suggest getting 20% of your calories from fat. Suppose you're doing a lot of high-intensity activity like lifting heavy weights. In that case, you need to have at least a modest quantity of carbohydrates to keep your testosterone to cortisol ratio in check. Habit number 5, a sedentary lifestyle. This is the most apparent habit that you should stop immediately. So many American males have sedentary lifestyles in which they perform jobs that don't demand much physical effort, and then their lack of movement extends when they get home. According to many big and definitive studies, people who exercise frequently have greater testosterone levels than those who don't. Exercising not only helps you keep a healthier estrogen to testosterone balance, but also keeps you leaner. Having a lower body fat percentage helps avoid greater estrogen levels. Physical activity is so vital for sustaining testosterone levels that it may even outweigh your diet. According to one research, obese men who began exercising more reported much higher increases in testosterone levels than those who did not exercise as much but ate fewer calories. Researchers found that aerobic exercise had a significant influence on testosterone levels. Lifting weights is without a doubt one of the most effective natural testosterone boosters available. While any type of resistance training can help increase testosterone levels in the short and long term, a study has shown that compound multi-joint motion using heavier loads for fewer reps ramps up testosterone much more than isolation movements. It also boosts testosterone even more than using lighter weights with higher rep ranges. The main truth is that laziness is the worst habit you should break straight away. It doesn't matter how you do it, but you should aim for 2 to 3 days of weight training every week. You should focus and break down all of your body muscles. You can do this with fewer gym visits by completing full body exercises. You should also aspire to push yourself out of your comfort bubble with a heavy weight that you can only pull for 5 to 8 reps during these exercises. And you should concentrate on exercises like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, military presses, and other compound exercises that affect joints and large muscles. That's it for now, guys. I hope you find this video useful. Did I leave anything out? Or do you have some other ways to get your hormones in balance? If you do have tips to add, make sure to leave a comment below. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell symbol to be alerted when I post more tips and techniques like this. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.